Hello friends, I have my very first Stampin' Up order here to unbox with you. I have not even opened this yet because I wanted it to be a complete surprise while I unbox this. So the last unboxing I did was my new Demonstrator kit, which I was able to get quite a bit of stuff, $125 worth of stuff, but I wanted more than that. So this is my big order. I'm one of those where I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna order everything I want from the catalog now and it will just last me all year. So this is it. I have a very big order here. I don't even remember everything I ordered. So let's see. Oh, I got a couple of the card kits. So there are two kit collections that are introduced every month. So I just thought this was so pretty. If you're from CTMH like I am, these are like the cut above kits where you get the envelopes, you get the card bases, you get the die cuts, you get everything you need. So there's little embellishments here, some tear tape it looks like, gold thread, the envelopes, the card bases. I'm not going to open everything just to save time, but in my last unboxing, I did unbox my paper pumpkin kit, which kind of shows you sort of like this. So this one looks like it does not include any stamping. Some of the kits include stamping, some don't. This is already all pre-printed for you. Everything you need is in the box. So I might do a video putting that together. And then I got this kit also. I just thought this one was so pretty. You know me in bright colors, right? So of course I had to get this. So excited about these kits. So those are the two kits that I got. This is saying thanks. I always need thank you cards because I love sending thank you cards to you when you order from me. So I'm always looking for fun new thank you cards. Okay, how cute are these? These are little sequins, and I like that they don't have the hole. So they're self-adhesive sequins. These are called adhesive back shiny sequins. I think these went with the zinnia set, which that zinnia paper is already sold out, but some of the other items from the suite are available. I also got the zinnia embossing folder because I hadn't gotten that. In my last unboxing, I showed the zinnia paper. So the embossing folder is still available, and I saw such a fun technique that I want to try that Lisa Stenz shared. I'm sure a lot of you saw her video. If not, I'll link it below. It's so cool with embossing folders. She used a different 3D embossing folder, which now that's on my list because you know what? I get inspired and have to have things too, just like you guys do. And I placed this order right before I saw her video. I was like, I need that now. Okay, so I also got these flat adhesive back pearls. What I like about them is that they are flat. So a lot of pearls add a lot of dimension. These are flat. Chelsey used these in a recent beach layout. I'll link her video down below as well. And, you know, she was the enabler for me for this. Hashtag Chelsey made me do it. So they were so pretty on her beach layout. So I got those for some beach layouts because I do have a lot of beach themed items. Okay, let me unpackage these so that I'm not doing that all on camera, and then I'll come back and show you once they're out of the packaging. All right, so everything's unpackaged, so it'll be a little bit easier. I found another little embellishment pack. How cute are these little gems? They're like clear, and then they've got long silver little glitters in there. They're so cute. I love how many options Stampin' Up has for little embellishments like this. So this is super exciting. I also have some dots from Close to My Heart, but I'm going to share that with the paper. I got a bunch of paper, including the Close to My Heart paper that was released this month. All right, so in my last unboxing, I showed the floral ephemera that I got, and then I also got the labels. So there's 2 sheets of 4 different styles. So these just pop out really easily. Their die cuts are very nice quality. They're very thick. So I thought that these would be good for scrapbooking as well. Those floral ones are awesome for scrapbooking. I used them in my last layout, if you caught that last week. So I thought these would all be good too, little tags and labels and stuff like that. Obviously designed for cards, but these ones will work really well for scrapbooking as well. There's 2 other ephemera packs that I did not get because I thought they wouldn't work as well with my style, but check those out if you're interested as well. All right, so now we're going to get into stamps and dies. I got a couple of stamp sets that are just the stamps. I got some standalone dies, and then I got some die and stamp sets. So this one I pointed out in my catalog walkthrough because I was excited about this little corner piece to use on wedding layouts. They would also work really well for heritage layouts. And then there's this little border piece down here, and even this little piece too is good for like a little background texture kind of sticking out from behind photos or whatever. And then of course you can use it as embellishments or for invitations as well. This is a cling stamp. So as I explained before, these cling stamps hold more detail, and so sometimes they do stamps with the cling, sometimes they do them with the clear photopolymer. So this one is a cling stamp, and from what I've seen online, the easiest way to get your sticker, so these are the stickers for the cling, is to actually take it and put it on your block, and then take this. Now I haven't actually done it yet, so don't hold me to doing it perfect, but this is what I've seen. You take your stamp, so this is a little sticky because it's got to stick to your block, but it's going to go like this so you know what stamp it is when you're using it. So we're going to flip it upside down on our block, and then we'll reveal the stickers. And then you're going to peel this side off too. This is the what it will stick to. All right, and then we're going to stick this down. Moment of truth. Make sure it's all lined up. From what I hear, you got one shot. It'll stick pretty well. All right, yeah, peeling off there perfectly. So it looks like I've got a little bit hanging off the edge here, so I will just trim that. But this is just like a teeny bit tacky. It's like masking tape almost, it feels like. So it'll still stick to your blocks, and then you can stamp it. So you can still see what's under there. It just isn't clear to see through. When we first switched over to Stampin' Up, when I first decided I was going to come over, I was like, nope, I'm not doing cling. But you know what? I got over it really quick. So, all right, there is a cling stamp. And let me get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so here is the next stamp that I got that is also a cling stamp. And for all of the hiking and outdoor type layouts I do, I just thought this would be so fun. This could be stamped in an embellishment cluster and kind of be peeking out, sort of like you'd have a tag or a, you know, like anchor circle of some sort to anchor your embellishment cluster. I just thought that would be really cute, peeking out of an embellishment cluster or just in the corners of photos or whatever. And then these are really fun background elements that can be used in the same way, peeking out from behind photos, or even this could be like stamped along the side or along the bottom or top of a layout. So I just thought that this was really fun. All right, let's look at the standalone dies first. So this one was on clearance. This is called Above It All, and it might still be on clearance. It's kind of hard to tell here. This is kind of like a you know, mountainside, and you can see there's some detail in there. And then this is a gondola. So I thought that was really cute. There's a little cloud here, some trees. These trees kind of layer on each other, it looked like. Here's the rest of the gondola. So since we ski and snowboard a lot, we have photos in the gondola. I thought that I would get some really good use out of this, plus it was on clearance. This is the Alphabet a la Mode set. And these are sized really nicely for scrapbooking. There is another alphabet die set. that was cute too. Look, they've even got the special characters. And the numbers and punctuation, so that's really nice. So these are sized well for scrapbooking, and they're narrow, so they're good for when you have a long title so you can fit it all. So that is the alphabet a la mode. I will list all the supplies down in the description below, so if you're like, oh, what was that? I'll have it all listed below. This is the Everyday Details. And I'm not sure if this is new or if it was a carryover. Some of these things are carryover, but they're all new to me, so I don't remember which ones are brand new. Some of them I'll remember. But I thought these were really fun. So this will punch just the holes. So it doesn't die cut like the actual zigzags. It's just the holes. So it creates like a pretty border along the side of your card or whatever. Or you could do it like do a photo mat and leave an extra inch or so below your photo and then put this detail in there. So it's kind of like a Polaroid style, but then it has the detail in it. That would be really pretty. And then there's all of these nesting dies. This smallest one just has a little bit of dot detail in the middle. And then these ones, they cut the outside, and then the dots, they're a little bigger and they go on the inside. So you're left with those little holes in that dot detail. And this biggest one has the holes on the outside and the inside. So it cuts out here, this line in the middle, and then it has the dot detail here, but then it will also leave the dots around the outside. So like if you wanted to make a shaker card or something and you want to cut out that rectangle, but then it leaves the holes around the outside as well, or have like a little window card, that was cool. And then this is the same idea, just circles and then just a little bit different type of detail here. So those are the Everyday Details dies. And then these are the ones I was so excited about. These are new. It's a Spotlight on Nature. So these all will nest in each other, but they have different patterns. So there's this kind of little almost leaf pattern, the lines and dots, these little textural lines, and then we go back to the kind of leaf pattern and alternate. So they're all a little bit different sizes and they can all nest in each other. So it cuts around the outside and then this detail is left on the inside. So these are pretty big. They look like maybe 3.5 inches or so. Let's measure that. Almost 4 inches. Yeah, almost 4 inches. Yeah, it is 4 inches for the biggest one. So those would be really good for embellishment spots or great for cards too. All right, let's move on to the stamps and dies. All right, so I left this one in the package just so you see how it comes if you missed my last unboxing. So it comes in these really nice envelopes, and then you open it and then the dies are like this. So I am transferring all of my dies either into the case with the stamps if they coordinate with stamps, or I have some leftover magnet sheets from Close to My Heart sets that I put on my magnet wall. So they fit really nicely in these little sleeves, and I'll link these down below. I got these in 6x6 and 12x12 and I am loving them. So like, for example, these ones, since they're standalone dies, I would take them off. See, I don't like them on this cardboard. It's just hard to get them off. It's not wanting to all come at once. So I would put them on here. And then once I run out of these, because I don't have a ton left now that I've been adding them, I will get more on Amazon. I'll link to the ones that I found down below. But so you can just put them all on these little magnet sheets, and this one I can put them back to back because we have this other sheet, and then they'll just slide into here, and then I'll put them with all of my dies. So really nice, and I can fit the 6x6 paper packs in here as well. All right, so this is Beauty of the Deep. This is another cling set. So really, really beautiful imagery. And so I got the Sand Dollar set, that other beachy set that was a photopolymer set with a matching embossing folder and dies. And since I have so many beach photos that I'll be scrapbooking from March and from this coming summer, I just thought this would be a fun set to have to mix in with those. Chelsey used these on an amazing layout, the one I mentioned earlier that I'll link below, with some really beautiful background stamping with these. And then there's some standalone dies too. So I mentioned in my last video, Stampin' Up, with their die sets, they'll have coordinating dies. So like this will cut out this. We've got the anchor. We've got all of the coordinating dies for the stamps. But then this coral is a standalone, as well as this one and this one. So you don't get just what coordinates with the stamps. You get some standalone ones as well. So what I'll do with this one is grab a 5x7 magnet sheet. I'll link to this self-adhesive sticky back ones that I found on Amazon too, that I'll be putting in my stamp sets. The 5x7 fits perfectly, and then it's already sticky on the back, and then those will fit right in here. Now, some of the die sets are too big to fit in here, so you could either put 2 magnet sheets, or you can put the ones that coordinate with the stamps on the inside, and if they're standalone dies, you might want to store them with your other standalone dies. So that's up to you. I'm still a little undecided how I'm going to store everything. I'm kind of, slowly figuring it out. Now this Bright Skies I know is not new. It's from the Celebration, I believe, and I saw lots of really cute card videos done with this. I love how big these clouds are. There's 3 different stitched clouds that are big and really pretty. Another little small one. There's the little like waves or clouds that you could use as a border. Little flowers. Look at this little lightning bolt. Some raindrops, really cute. So some of them coordinate with the stamps, and then a lot of them are just standalone. And this will also fit inside here. So here's a photopolymer set, which I showed in my last unboxing. And I think what I will do, I think I've decided now. So in some of my stamps, I put little glue dots on the back, and then I stuck it here because I want to be able to see where I stick it back. But what happened with that when I used it is when I peeled it, it sort of loosened the glue dot, or kind of pulled up where the glue dots weren't. So I've heard from a lot of you, and thank you so much for your comments on my last video, that you just stick them right on here. And I had seen that and was thinking about it, but just wasn't sure, but they will stick on there perfectly. So this right here, it's just an insert that's on the back of there, but by putting them on there, you're able to see where you need to put them back. So I think I'll just be sticking them on there. And then if you want, you can keep this thin piece of acetate that comes on if you want to protect them so that the dies don't, ruin them. I think there's plenty of room in there that they're not touching on their own, but I don't know if you like squeezed them or something, it could damage your stamps. And then if you're not going to be using this acetate, I heard from some of you that you can use it for shaker cards, or anytime you need acetate. You can kind of see the outline of where the stamps are, so I don't know, maybe some stamps don't have as big of an outline as others, but there's a couple ideas for you. And so that is the Bright Skies set. That's going to be really fun. Let's see, that goes with this one. Okay, so since I do so many outdoor layouts, I needed this, and I love this because it has the coordinating dies. Now this is an example of one that is bigger than what will fit inside here, so I may be able to rearrange some, or I might use 2 magnet sheets. I might use a 5x7, and then I have some of these smaller ones still from Close to My Heart that I can add some additional ones and have one stuck to the side here and one just loose in there. But this has lots of coordinating dies and standalone dies. So there's this outline for the 3 trees, and there's this one that will cut out this, and this one that will cut out this. But then there's all these little standalone ones, and it looks like they could layer up on here, or you could cut this out and layer it up. I'll have to play with it. This one is a standalone. We've got the mountain range. I love that, and it's got some extra little texture in there. Super, super fun. Some little stars and a moon and some boulders. I am not sure what these are. Maybe little clouds or more boulders. Looks like maybe clouds. So lots of fun goodies on that. That is the Forever Forest dies and the Forever Forest stamp set. So the stamps also have this little mound detail. It's got some additional stars and moon. And then there's this like snow background. So I was excited about that too, because I just love background stamps. So that was Forever Forest. And then this is one that I kind of added on a whim. Usually this kind of like watercolor look in stamps is not my style, but I saw some people using it. Again, I wasn't able to. I was inspired to purchase. So this is textured floral. I've seen some people use it and it looks absolutely beautiful. So these are a photopolymer, even though there's a lot of detail to them. They are the photopolymer set, which was a little bit surprising to me. So that has some pretty sentiments, but then also this little like splatter kind of set too, and then some different flowers, and then it's got coordinating dies so you can cut out the flowers and leaves. But this is what really got me, you guys, all the sprigs. You know I love a good sprig, and I just really loved these dies and this one. So these will really be really beautiful for embellishment clusters as well as cards. So those are the stamps and dies. Let me bring in the paper. All right, I will start with the Close to My Heart paper because I know a lot of you are really loving this and missing Close to My Heart. So Stampin' Up! Is carrying a Close to My Heart collection each month for the next several months. So this is the May collection. Enjoy the ride. I got the paper pack and sticker sheet. This is still available, and the scrapbooks kit is still available, as well as some of the cardstock. I think most of the inks have sold out. There might be one left. The dies and the scrapbooking Stampin' dies, those all sold out very fast. But there is actually, I'm surprised there's more than I thought left. So I also got the dots. These are just so cute. I love Close to My Heart's dots. So I had to have the little dots that coordinate. And then I'm planning to use this very soon because I know a bunch of you got this and you're waiting for some inspiration. But really pretty, bright, vibrant colors. Of course, I love the bright, vibrant colors. So that is the sticker sheet, and same Close to My Heart quality, nice cardstock stickers. All right, so here's the paper. We have the cute little bicycles, and then the back of that is a diagonal gingham. And then we have our more like white background, a little subtle small pattern with these flowers. Oh, and here's the zip strips, cute zip strips too. And then the back of that is these little suns. The colors in this are Bluebird, French Vanilla, Harbor, Honey Butter, Jade, Limeade, Pumpkin, and Rosy. So the red actually seems like it would be Candy Apple, but it's rosy, so it's not a true red. It's kind of a pinky red. And then there's the cute little dragonflies with this zip strip. And then the hero paper, so pretty. This is one of those really busy patterns that you want to use sparingly, but it really packs a punch. It's so cute. Look at those little ladybugs. That is really cute. You know what? This would actually go with that floral set. This. The card making set is still available for this, which actually matches these flowers exactly. But this kind of watercolor look, that would blend with this nicely too. Maybe I'll use those together. All right, so that is the Close to My Heart paper pack and dots. And let me get that out of the way. This set I was so excited about because, come on, these bright colors, they spoke to me. So you get 4 of each pattern, and they're two-sided. Holy cow, that's pretty. That is so, so pretty. I think I want to use only that side. I have plans to use this on scrapbook layouts. I know that a lot of you were like, whoa, that's bright. How am I going to use that? Well, just stay tuned because I have some plans. This is going to be so fun to play with. So you get, I think there's 12 different sheets and they're all two-sided. So this one is like a watercolor. They're all kind of watercolory looks. This is a pretty wash. So one side is kind of like a wash. The other side is more of a structured, like more white space, a little more contrast because it's the white with the color. So we've got the dots, and then the back is another beautiful wash. That just makes my heart so happy. I love that. And then here's this one. And the other side is more of a blended watercolor look. I don't know what you call that. The colors are like bleeding into each other. Really pretty. All right, and then this one, we've got the diagonal wash and then just like the brush strokes. I love that they're all in like different colors. So you've got lots of colorways to choose from. This is really pretty. This reminds me of one of Close to My Heart's mix-in papers from a while ago. Do you guys remember that one? It was these same colors and almost the same look. Really pretty. And this reminds me of the color cube. Let me grab that. Have you guys seen this color cube? This is from a YouTuber, Sarah Renee Clark. She is an amazing professional colorist. I have volumes 1 and 2. This is volume 2. They come in this really nice box, but look at that. I mean, perfect, right? So these boxes, they have color combos. And they all are numbered so you know which one it is. But if you're ever stuck on color combos, this is just such a great resource. It's Sarah Renee Clark. She's on YouTube. I think her blog or her website is sarahreneeclark.com, Renee with an AE. So check her out if you're interested in something like this because these are just so fabulous. She's actually in Australia, but she's got distribution centers in Europe and the US too, so they don't have to ship overseas. All right, so that was the color cube look. And then this one has the kind of pink and orange wash on the back. I think I'm liking the reverse sides of most of these better. This one is pretty though. I like the little starburst, that whole starburst look. That's pretty. Close to My Heart had a die that was kind of like this that I loved. All right, and then we have some bigger circles. And then the back, this is like the wash, but it's bleeding a little more into there. And when I was at Stampin' Up's office, they told us about how they have the artists that actually paint stuff and then they turn it into paper. So this was all once like actually watercolored, I'm sure. And then they, you know, turned it into the paper. So that's really cool to know. All right, here's this one with that wash. So pretty. And then there's two more. So this one with that on the back. And then I love this rainbow one. So pretty. It's like a beautiful watercolor color wheel. And then, ooh, I love that. I think I'm gonna need more than one pack of this. So this stuff, or most of this, is from the annual catalog. So it will be around all year. And then this will fit in that little envelope. So this will fit in there too and keep them nice and neat. So this is the 12 by 12 one. It's this Kato brand. Again, I'll link it down below, but it's the same thing for the 6 by 6. It's the same brand. And then they come with these little dividers too. They're like Post-it dividers. So I'm not actually using them, but you can divide them up and stuff like that too. So these are really, really great. And they're nice. They're not like super thick plastic. So they're bendable, so when this is a full pack and there's quite a bit in there, it, you know, fits fine and kind of bends enough, but it's not super flimsy. It's just perfect. I'm really liking them. Okay, so this one, I wanted to show you how it came. I took it out of the package, but this is the silver foil paper, and it came with this heavy backer board, just like the other specialty paper that I got and showed in my last unboxing. And it came facing the cardboard so it's protected, which I really appreciated. So this is the beautiful silver foil. It is pretty thick. It's like cardstock weight. And then when I put this in an envelope, you know, I don't think I need this, but you could cut this out and then tape it to your envelope, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory what this is. I actually accidentally ordered 2 of these. I didn't know I did, but I will certainly use them. Now this and that rainbow pack were the things I was most excited about. This also comes on a thick backer board because this is a specialty set too. We've got some die cuts at the back. So let me give you some close-ups. You get 1 of each of the patterns. It's a smaller pack, but the colors are just gorgeous. And I love all the leaves and just little pops of orange with the flowers. And here is the back of that, but I can't imagine not using every bit of this. And then here is another really pretty. I love that coral color. I need to look and see what color that is. And then here's a beautiful, it's got a little textural look to it. It's like kind of a wash. Very, very pretty. And then we have some cut aparts. Now these are, they're really cool. They have this border that will go, you know, go down the middle. Unfortunately, it's not 12 inches. So we've got like, it's probably 11 3/4. So if I have a frame style layout, this can go across. I might actually have to get another pack of these so I have 2, or I could just cut this in half and then I'll have 2 to go across a double layout. And then we've got some pocket cards, or just like little cards, card fronts. So you can pop these out and use them as card fronts, or just use them as pattern paper on a layout. But that was really fun. I like the little pop out effect. And then some of these are frames. So that's really fun. So this pops out and then you can make a little frame style card, or do like journaling in here. If you're going to do this on a layout, you can use it as a journaling box. And then here is another one of the patterned papers. Let me put that over here with the other pattern paper. And then the back is this really pretty peacock. This is probably pretty peacock color in there. I'm still not super familiar with all of their colors. I apologize. Let me see. Whoops, doesn't say on there. It'll say on the packaging. So for this, what I would do is I would actually cut this out and put it on. I'll probably adhere it to the back of this backer and put the whole thing into my little envelope. That way I know what it's called and I know the colors. So there's Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam. All right, so let's look at these little die cut shapes. So you get 2 sheets of die cuts and they are both different, but some of them have the same elements. So we've got a bunch of leaves, and I just thought, since Stampin' Up! Doesn't have the sticker sheets yet, these are just such a perfect way to add embellishments to scrapbook layouts. So not only is it beautiful, a beautiful paper, but we get these fun embellishments too, and there's lots of them. I'll have to figure out a way to add these to a layout. You could maybe cut them in half and stick them behind some photos, kind of like this. Or maybe I'll make cards with them. We'll see. But there are quite a few of the wreaths, but there's lots of other elements that are going to be really, really great for scrapbooking. So here is the other die cut piece, and that one just kind of fell out. I love how there's plenty of little flowers to use. This one's really cool. That would be a cute journaling spot, or you could use this in an embellishment cluster. You could even cut it in half, stick half behind a photo and half in another place behind another photo, and then you would kind of cover this with other little embellishments. Lots and lots of options. So super excited about this. So I have one of my 12 by 12 envelopes here, and I'm just going to stick that in here, and then that will keep everything nice and tidy. I do love how Close to My Heart's packs came with the zip top. And I do have a bunch of those left from packs that I've used up. I saved them. But what I like about this is that you don't have that extra bit sticking up. It's just kind of neater in your storage. For now, this is how I am storing things. I got this on scrapbook.com. So I have all my 12 by 12 and even my 6 by 6 paper in here just for now, and I keep it right under my desk. So it's nice and handy, but as I collect more paper, I'm gonna have to figure out another solution. I might just get more of these, but I'm not sure. So this is just what I am doing for now, but you can see how nice and neat it is. Last but not least, I got some cardstock. So this is the Brights. I didn't get all the packs yet, but I just got a family pack for each one. So it comes with 2 sheets of all 10 colors in a color family. I can't name them all off to you right now off the top of my head, but this is the Brights collection. And so what I did was I got the packs that will coordinate best with the paper that I have already. A lot of my Close to My Heart cardstock will probably blend well enough, so I have tons of Close to My Heart cardstock that I will plan to use up, but stuff that I didn't have something that was super close, I got the cardstock pack to go with. So this is the Regals. Close to My Heart used to have their papers in color families like this, and then they separated it out, and I actually prefer it separated out because sometimes it's hard to think past the Regals. Like you think, okay, these colors have to go together, but then look at this. You pull in these, and what a pretty color combo. So try to think past the palette that it's in, or the family that it's in, so you don't get kind of stuck that way. And that's another thing that color cube is really good for. Let's see, I want to keep these separated so that I know which is which for now. That color cube is really good for that. And then Stampin' Up also has some resources for color combos. So this is the neutrals, and I do have a lot of grays and neutrals from Close to My Heart, but the grays are not super similar. So I thought I would get the neutrals pack. I think I'm missing the gray here. There we go. So there's the neutrals pack. One other thing I forgot to note is that these ephemera sheets go nicely in those 6 by 6 little envelopes as well. That way, you know, this is not very sustainable for keeping things long term. And then little pieces that fall out, they'll stay in that little envelope. Or these will fit in like just a Ziploc bag if you want to use a quart Ziploc bag. I just like how tidy those little envelopes are. So, all right, everything is listed down in the description below, along with my shopping website, the envelopes. If you have any questions, let me know. I can't wait to share another layout with you next week. Bye!